Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you the biggest block that the runner faces in separation and even in union. Watch this video. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to talk about this video and our topic for today. If you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, welcome. It's so lovely to have you. Definitely hit the subscribe button and check the links below if you're looking for more support on your twin flame journey, your ascension journey, or just relationships in general. I am happy to help. We have soon a relationship repair course coming out that I'm working diligently on for all of you guys. And this is just really about up-leveling all of your relationships, becoming more conscious, more compassionate, getting the fulfillment and the sustainability that you need in your relationships to really help you flourish in life. So if you're looking for something like that, check the links below and we've got it all there for you. But today we are talking about the biggest block that the runner faces. I was the runner I always say like I was and still am, because my tendencies within my twin flame relationship are still generally, when things come up, to run or to feel the need to run. So I don't know that that graduates for everybody. Maybe it does. But for me, I still notice that tendency even within my union. So the biggest block that the runner faces, right? The runner is the one that feels like they are not worthy of this relationship. And that's why the chaser can be very overwhelming to them, because the chaser is, think about it, the chaser is the one throwing out and giving all this unconditional love and saying like, here I am, I'm ready, we're ready, like let's do this. And so the runner is like, oh my God, like this is too much. And it might be everything the runner has ever wanted, right? For me, that's how it was. And for a lot of you guys, I know that's how it is too. This person, your twin, is everything you've ever wanted. And so it's not that you doubt them. It's not that you doubt the relationship. The runner doubts themselves. The runner doubts that they can make the chaser happy or keep the chaser happy. The runner doubts that they are good enough or that they are worthy of the relationship. So this is why a lot of times the runner even begins to run. It's all of these fears and self-worthiness and self-doubt issues that start coming up when this relationship is activated. And so for me, like I saw my twin as so divine, and I was like, I'm going to tarnish or ruin this person. Right? I'm going to break this person's heart. At some point, I'm going to have to hurt them. I'm going to leave them, or something's going to happen. And I don't want to be responsible for that because they're too beautiful, they're too kind, they're too pure. Right? So the runner will feel and see a purity in their partner that they feel that they are not worthy of, and that they will tarnish by being close or within relationship with that person. And I'll be completely honest, I'm still working through this with my partner. Every time we get closer and closer and we become more intimate and we get to know each other better and we move to different aspects of life and we start working on different projects together, I go through this on a regular basis. You know, so it's not something suddenly you're in union and now you understand you're completely worthy of this person and you never question it again. That's completely unhuman. But what does happen is, I'll give you an example. For the last 2-3 weeks, I was really moving through this thing with my partner where I was feeling really resistant to him touching me or to him kissing me or to him, getting me something, like if he was going to fill up my water bottle for me, acts of service kind of stuff. I was really feeling super resistant. And there was like this angry teenager inside of me that wanted to be like, stop doing things for me. I don't want to receive from you. And so there was this understanding that I had within myself when I finally came to the realization, right? And this was deep from childhood, this program was deep from childhood, understanding that I didn't want to receive love from somebody because I thought it wasn't safe to receive love. I always thought there was going to be strings attached. I always thought that that person was going to hurt me or take their love away without saying because of childhood issues. And so for me, it was, okay, well, I'm going to stop receiving love from this person, right? So I'm just going to block them in any way that they try to breathe the love in. I'm just going to block it, right? And so I had this major realization, and there was two parts to it, right? One part was that I was afraid to receive the love because if I received the love and I failed, then what would I be, right? So in my entire life, you know, my parents didn't exactly know how to love a highly sensitive child. So you might be in a similar boat where you grew up with narcissistic parents or codependent parents or parents that didn't understand you, or you were the black sheep, or whatever that looks like for you. For me, it was that, you know, my high sensitivity was really rejected in my family and was really gaslit. And everyone knew I was sensitive, but it wasn't honored. It was, you know, really rejected. And so because of that, I decided to say, like, I don't want to receive anything from anyone because it's not safe. And so with my partner, when that program starts running again, because it's such an old program, you know, my partner tries to do something for me and I stop it, you know, and I stop it from coming in. And and it was purely for the fact that most of my partners previously, this has been a pattern in all of my relationships, but most of my partners previously would just get tired of trying to figure out, how does Serena want to be loved, right? So I would block one way, I would say, but you don't do this, and then they would do that, and then I'd be like, but you don't do this, and they would do this, and then I would say, but you don't do that. And so they always feel like they're never loving me enough, and it's really because I was too afraid to actually let the love in. And so the reason for that is because in all of my relationships, I never had somebody truly be able to see me the way my twin does, and truly be able to love me the way my twin does. And being seen to the core, where somebody loves parts of you that you don't even love, is incredibly scary. You know, so I was blocking love from my partner partly out of like disrespect. You know, like I didn't respect him because I was like, if I see me and I don't love these parts of myself, and I know you see me and you don't love these parts of myself, how messed up must you be, or how terrible must you be that you'll still love me, right? And so there was like a belittling and like a loss of respect for him that was going on from me, because I didn't love myself enough to receive the love that he was giving me. And it wasn't until I brought this to light, because he wasn't getting tired. In past relationships, my partner would get tired and they would say, I'm sick of trying to help you. I'm sick of trying to learn how to love you. And I would wear them down over time. And so this partner, my twin, wasn't getting tired. And because he wasn't getting tired, this dragged on long enough, like I said, 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. This dragged on long enough where I could actually see the pattern out for myself, right? So it was long enough where instead of the relationship dissolving like it had in the past, this actually gave me a chance to see, oh, look, that's what I'm doing there, and that's what I'm doing there, and this is why I'm doing those things. And these things are completely chaotic, right? So if you're the runner or if you're the chaser watching this video, understand that the runner has things in their past that cause them to not love certain parts of themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the runner has to be the one to bring those things to light. And your love as the chaser will actually help them do that, right? So yes, sometimes the chaser just needs to back off, but also sometimes the chaser just needs to be consistent and not attached to outcomes, right? And only you can decide what is right for you. But the biggest block that the runner is ever going to deal with is feeling worthy of receiving that love. You know, and feeling like, again, going back to my own experience, that if I received that love and the relationship didn't work out, I openly received that love and the relationship didn't work out, or I openly received that love and something else failed within my life, then I would have to look at the reality that was purely me, right? And this is a big one. It was purely me that failed. Up until this point, I had been able to blame my partners and say, well, you didn't love me in this way, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, the same way that I did with my parents when they couldn't figure out what a highly sensitive child needed, right? It's because of you that I failed. But if you fully receive the love from somebody and you fail, then it's truly because of you, right? If you can't make it work. So there's a responsibility and a taking accountability that comes with that for the runner. Is that they have to understand deep within themselves that they are worthy of receiving that love, and that it is okay for somebody else to love all of the crap about you that you don't even love. And that through that process of them loving all of that about you, it actually helps you love that about you and helps you become more whole and helps you become more fully expressed. So this is the challenge of the runner, and this is a challenge of the runner not only in separation, but also throughout life, And everybody at a certain level, their go-to lesson is how to love themselves deeper, right? Even the chaser has aspects of themselves that they also need to love deeper, right? They need to come to a place of self-respect enough to maybe put boundaries or, whatever that looks like for them. So the journey is about self-love. But for the runner, it's about worthiness and self-love and understanding that those two things are very intimately tied together. So if you have any further questions on this topic or on just relationships in general, your twin flame, anything like that, put it down below. I'd love to answer your questions. Again, if you need more help, I'm here to support you. So check the links on how you can work with me, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Big love. Serena.